Hello, good day. Well, I hope that you are doing well. And for today, we're going to check the topic about the introduction to trigonometry. Here, well, obviously, about the name, we need to analyze about the triangles. Okay, what is the situations or the cases that we can use a triangle. So, for example, first anything, we need to understand what are the properties from the triangles. For example, here we can understand that we can have different sides. Okay. And also we can have internal angles. So this is one rule. All the internal angles, if you make the addition, is going to be equal 180 degrees. Okay, so it's important and you understand this because it's going to be very useful in the future. So keep in mind this, okay? All the addition of all the internal triangles is equal 180. And now we have another kind of triangle that is very, very important. We have the straight triangle or the triangle with 90 degrees angle, like this one. And here, for example, you can see that we can have different names from the sides of the triangle. Okay, we have this, and is the leg, or the leg, and also the hypotenuse. If we combine this, we can apply one of the most important theorems that we can find in trigonometry is the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, the idea about this Pythagoras theorem, is the square of the length of the legs is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Okay, in other words, the square of the side is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Okay, you make the addition about this, you're gonna have the square of the length. And also, it's important to identify, for example, what is the length here. We need to also identify what is the angle of reference. In this case, we're going to say that this one is alpha. Okay, for this alpha, we use this angle, like reference. We can understand that we are going to have different names for this. It's not going to be only leg. Okay, it's going to be like the adjacent leg and the opposite leg, or also opposite side or adjacent side. Okay, depending on the situation, but this is the same. Okay, why adjacent leg? Because this is the leg that is the side that is near to the angle. Okay, or is creating the angle, and the opposite, well, is in front of the angle. Okay, so always keep in mind this, and also keep in mind that the hypotenuse is gonna be the side that is gonna be greater. Okay, when we talk about this kind of triangles. And the way that we can identify is this, okay, is when it's opposite to the 90 degrees angle. So this is a way that you can identify this kind of triangles, and also are very, very important. The idea also to identify or to put the names like opposite leg or adjacent leg is, for example, for using when we talk about the trigonometrical functions, okay? When I say trigonometrical functions, well, I refer about the sine, cosine, tangent. These ones really are the most popular, okay? Or even you can find this in your scientific calculator. And this one, the cosecant, secant, and cotangent, is going to be the inverse of each function. For example, the cotangent is the inverse of the tangent function, or the secant is the inverse of the cosine function, or the cosecant is the inverse of the sine function. Okay, the idea about these functions is just to find the angles. Okay, we're gonna use the inverse function of one of these one, okay, sine, cosine, or tangent, and we're gonna be able to find the angles. For example, imagine that we have a triangle like this one. We have the alpha angle here. Okay, this is the straight angle, and we don't know what is the value about alpha. Okay, but we know, for example, that we have one value here is 7, and we have another value that here is 8. So, for example, here, if we analyze, this is the adjacent leg, and also we have the opposite leg or opposite side. And here, for example, we can say, then we can use the tangent, okay? Why the tangent? Well, the tangent or the function of the tangent then we can use the tangent of the angle. It's important to mention the angle. We can use the opposite line divided by the adjacent line. Okay, this is the expression to say which is the angle belongs. So here, for example, we have the inverse function of the tangent of this. And with this expression, you can find the angle. Okay, you can apply this. Just then you can have a better idea. For example, here you have the sine. The sine of the angle is equal to the opposite length divided by hypotenuse. Cosine of the alpha is adjacent length divided by hypotenuse. And well, the tangent, you already know this. Tangent of the angle is opposite length divided by adjacent length, or side. Okay, this is the way that we can express the trigonometrical functions. And well, now you know that are very useful if we want to find the angle, or also as we maintain we have the value of the angle, but you're required to find the one of the sides. Okay, the opposite of the adjacent or the hypotenuse with the Pythagoras theorem also. So well, this is a faster introduction about trigonometry. Okay, and why is very useful. This is one of the utilities to find the angles. Okay, but well, we are gonna analyze this in another moment. So we're just gonna stop here and we continue in another time. Bye.